We are on day number 10 and bettering our marriages. Today's lesson is going to be from the book, 10 Minutes a Day for a Better Marriage. We want our husbands and wives to listen to us, but in order for them to listen to us, we have to learn how to be an effective speaker. Today, we're going to discuss 7 rules for speaking effectively so that our husband and wife can listen and hear us out. Rule number 1. Be sure your spouse is listening. Before you can assume the role of a speaker, you must make sure you have a listener who's willing to hear what you have to say. If you need to speak to your spouse about an important or sensitive subject, be sure that your spouse is neither angry, distracted, or eager to be the speaker himself. Generally, it is advisable to check out your spouse's readiness to listen to you by asking, "Can you listen to me now?" If your spouse responds with saying no, ask him when he will be ready to listen. While this may delay what you have to say, your chances of being heard are tremendously higher. Rule number 2, do not use degrading labels. When people are angry, they often use the strongest language possible to vent their feelings. Bear in mind that your goal is speaking. You are trying to get your spouse to listen and understand what you have to say. If you start labeling your spouse, you will only arouse in him being defensive. He or she will quickly lose patience and may walk away without you even finishing your statement. You must make every effort, therefore, to avoid any words such as stupid, mean, crazy, idiotic. You get the idea. Rule number 3, do not attack. As a rule, attacks begin with the words, "You never," "You are," "You're always." The best way to avoid attacking your spouse is to begin each sentence with the word "I" instead. Rule number 4, do not exaggerate. If your goal is to be heard and understood, then exaggeration is extremely counterproductive. Once your spouse hears any slight exaggeration on your part, he or she will feel fully justified in rejecting everything you have to say. Therefore, avoid words such as always and never. Rule number 5, explain what caused you to feel the way you did. Very often, people mistakenly assume that their feelings are universal. They think, anyone would feel the way I did. It is so obvious that their feelings are normal and they don't have to express themselves to their spouse. This is a serious mistake. If you do not explain in most specific language what and how you felt, your spouse will not understand. Even worse, your spouse may try to guess and guess incorrectly. Rule number 6, clarify your needs. You will not be able to get from your spouse what you need unless you clarify exactly what your needs are. You have to tell your spouse exactly what bothers you or how you wish things were different. Some people have a very difficult time spelling out what they need from their spouse. "I shouldn't have to ask," they say, "but this is wrong." Certainly, it feels great when our spouses can read our minds and know exactly what we're looking for, but that is not the case. And finally, rule number 7, respect the time limit. Children love to be entertained. Their capacity of fun seems endless. Parents, however, have limited time spans, money, and amount of patience. If you are the speaker, it is your responsibility to respect whatever time limits you and your spouse have agreed upon. If you do, your spouse will be more likely and willing to listen to you in the future. If you do not, your spouse will look for every opportunity to avoid listening to you again. Those 7 tips are tips to help you better be able to communicate yourself to your spouse. Today's lesson was Lilu Nishmat Baruch Ben Rosa.